And there's sun in the ceiling, my bad blood is bleeding. Oh. You right? I like I clipped this on my mustache right here. Oh, and I'm crying.
Yeah, see, the beard's fine.
Hello? If I talk like this, then I think probably it won't fall off.
Probably.
Probably. You're terrible, knucklehead.
No one's asking you, Chris.
That sounds terrible, knucklehead. I really like the update they gave to. Really like the update they gave to Twitch because like it actually like that sounded good.
From here or here?
No, well, obviously it's clipped onto my mustache, but it sounded good. Like it sounded like we're using other stuff. Now, when I clip it here, will it still sound good? No. No.
Yeah.
Did
You
you
should pro-
say putting it in your hat didn't work?
no, it didn't. You should probably, yeah.
Oh, it's like yours sounds fine. It's because I have fucking beard.
Hey, Rain. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it here. You're not Rain. You're Bob. Bill. Wow. Sorry, guys. I am drunk.
Wowee. It's gonna be one of those. Bill, don't give the satisfaction,
Wowie.
It actually blends in quite well if you look on the. It's perfect.
It sounds pretty good,
Yeah,
too.
and in fact, it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall off. It's pretty good. Okay, will it be able to stand here for an hour? That's a good
I don't
question.
know if mine will be able to hold. Okay, that should be fine.
We're good. You want to do?
Hold on.
Oh, how am I gonna
We'll see what
drink
this
beer with
sounds like.
this?
Uh, Let's do this shit.
You know the weird part about that was, it's like it wasn't picking up like any.
We are one of yes, we do have Britney Spears here, Emily. You do me this way, oh yay. I don't know Britney Spears words.
Oh, good point. I was like, you're an idiot. Then I started to think of it, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't think I
I don't
know.
know.
Oh, baby. How was I? Something wasn't right here. How was I supposed to know that something wasn't right here? Hit
Hit me,
me, baby,
baby,
with
one
your
more
dick.
time. Ah, I'm just gonna hold it. Oh shit.
It tickles. It tickles.
All right, let's start this.
Oh, baby, baby.
This can't be a permanent solution, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's what's happening.
It's lucky that we have beards, man.
If we had beards, we wouldn't be doing this.
Dude, this just ripped the beard hair out.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Ow.
Oh, baby, baby. Uh-oh, Brian fell over. But I don't have a alert on my watch for her life alert, so I think we'll be fine.
Good. We're ready to start this bitch?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. I'm starting Meow. Wait, never mind. Just like okay, here we go.
Juice Nation. Whoa.
Whoa.
Juice Nation. Whoa.
Whoa.
Juice Nation.
Whoa.
What's up?
What's up, everybody? Everybody.
Yeah.
Kill yourself.
Whoa.
Oh, just kidding.
Whoa. Hi,
Everyone's,
Jesse.
everyone's too jacked up on happy pills.
How are you, man?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Good. How's the Juice Nation doing? Is anybody listening? I know Emily's listening right now or
Yeah,
watching
dude.
on
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah, dude.
If so, what are you guys drinking? I want to know everything about it. What are you drinking? What are you wearing? How you feeling about yourself? Thinking about doing something naughty?
How's your mother?
How's your mother doing?
Say hello to
Jesse,
your
what
mother
are you
for me.
drinking?
Boosh.
Oh shit, bitch.
What if that came out really badly on that? You know what? Like, okay, so everyone, just so
yeah.
you know, we have new microphones. If you didn't notice, like they're attached to our beards right now. But like, honestly, on the audio part, we're maxed out
Yeah?
constantly. But like through the Twitch stream and through the mixing software, it's like we're like nothing. I'd actually turn it down.
Yeah, if you're watching us right now, how do we sound?
It's probably very light. Well, no, actually, it's fine now because we attach these to our beards. I tell you, dude, you're gonna.
What?
You should put a mark on that bottle.
Yeah.
Or something. Some
Probably.
point of reference.
I'll just put it further away so it's harder for me to get. Oh, Emily says it's a good sound. You know what's a good sound? You.
Oh.
Shut up, Jesse.
Oh.
I was talking about your mom,
though. What? Emily's mom?
Is your mom not named Emily?
No. Anyway.
What's this all even about then?
Why are we even wasting our time? Hey, the Pro Football Juice League playoffs started.
Yes! Congratulations on you being in the playoffs. Marlon McAttack or whatever. Danielle's in the playoffs. You're in the playoffs.
I'll tell you one thing that
Who else? What are the other two teams?
Gateway City Warriors and
Which is Mike.
Team Snowman, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is Snowman.
Mikey.
It was upset city. So the 4th seed Gateway City Warriors took down Badonka Gronk, who was the number 2 seed. Team Snowman, who was in 3rd place, took down Flacco's Tacos, who was the 2 seed. Belch. And then in the consolation bracket, my Balzac Hurts takes number 5 seed, took out Lightning Rush, who was number 3 seed. And then you took out, you were a 5 seed, you took out I Love Cheese, who was a 4 seed. So all the lower seeds won.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I just let my lineup ride.
And Danielle, I don't know if you were not paying attention to your lineup or whatever, which happens when you're on a bye week because she was on a bye week. But you only scored 70 points. So you better hope.
But it didn't matter, though, right?
No, it didn't because you had a bye, but you better hope that your players score more points next week. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hoi, but doiby.
Hey, Jesse and I are both in the playoffs in our low league. We won. Congratulations, Jesse.
And to you.
Thank you, sir. I'm kind of hoping we ended up in our. I told you earlier. I hope we end up in our championship together because you won it the year before I did. I won it last year, so I think it's kind of funny for us to play for it this next year. It's like best 2 out of 3 kind of thing.
A little too ironic.
Don't you think?
No, if I say a little too ironic, you say, and
Yeah,
I
I really
really
do
do
think.
think.
It's like rain.
And your wedding day.
Rain. Favorite. Yeah.
Yep. Remember ejaculation.
Premature ejaculate when you're trying to get pregnant.
Good times.
Ow.
By the way.
I forget about this thing tugging on my beard every once in a while.
Yeah, you have to make sure it's not in your.
Ah!
You have to make sure it's not in your folds anywhere.
It pulls.
Like mine's straight down from
It pulls
here.
beard hair every time it rips out.
I put it on my mustache earlier, and it made me cry because it was pulling on my mustache hairs. I don't know what
Ow!
I don't know what I was thinking because like your mustache hairs are like borderline your nose hairs.
Yeah.
Like I would never stick this on my
Yeah.
nose hairs. Holy cow.
Have you ever taken tweezers in nose hairs?
Yeah, it's the worst thing of all time.
Yeah, yeah. I'd rather get kicked in the nuts.
That's why I have a little razor that I go.
Yeah, me too, man. I had one. I did it today.
Mm-hmm. It's a must for me because my nose is slightly upturned, so people can look up my nose by looking straight at me. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this beer is sponsored by.
Yeah, what you drinking?
Busch Light. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, who's that? Yeah.
Goldberg wine.
Yeah, congratulations on your team beating the Lions.
Wow. Division win.
I've lost.
We have two
weeks in a
division
row.
wins now instead of we're 2-2 in our division instead of 0-2, which is very nice.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's good.
It's better because if we do like end up beating the Bears and then end up beating the Packers, then we will be 4-2 in our division. And we'll have tiebreakers with. I mean, we'll have a tied record with Green Bay if it comes down to a thing. So I don't know exactly if we're tied in the division round. Like if we split our season 1-1, and we have the same record. I don't know what the next tiebreaker is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Oh, baby. Oh. Speaking of what we were just talking about, there's some stupid bitch behind us.
No, get out. We are not ready for you. Fuck you.
Well, he's here. We might as well do it. Anyway.
Hold on. I'm drinking Crown Royale
Oh
Black.
yeah. Crown Royale.
Fuck you.
Royale.
Crown Royale. What
Royale
is
with
it?
cheese?
Is it a Royale with cheese?
It's just Royal. There's no E in the end.
Crown
Of it.
Royale.
No.
Crown Royale.
It's Canadian, not like European.
Crown Royale Black. Don't listen to Jesse. All right. Now you can come down here, Brandon, you fucking cocksucker.
Chris has been here multiple times, but still doesn't understand how our podcast works. Oops, it wasn't playing. Oh yeah, it was. I think I played it twice. It's only 9 seconds. Who's your? Who's yours?
Daniel Hunter. I'm picking Daniel Hunter because he's he's the youngest player in NFL history to get 50 sacks.
25 years and 40 days,
Yeah.
to be exact. NFC Defensive Player of the Week, 3 sacks versus Detroit. Sacks versus Detroit, I should say. Oh. Guess who the previous youngest person to 50 sacks was?
Mac.
I'll give you a hint. He's on your team.
Lawrence.
Mm-mm.
D-Law.
Mm-mm.
DeMarcus Ware.
Nope. Robert Quinn.
Oh, that's not fair.
It is too.
That's not.
It's totally fair.
It's fair, but it's dirty. It's fair, but it's dirty. I would never have guessed that.
Well, he's on your team. I mean, what do you want
God.
from me? I didn't say he did it all on your team. I just said he was on your team.
Wow, that's being like, I've fucked 38 people. The 38th is my wife. No, sorry. Hold on. I fucked 38 people, but 8 people of them are my wife. Like, including, like, I've fucked my wife so many times. You know what? I don't know where I'm going with this.
That doesn't work. I see what you're trying to do, which I think is good enough for right now. But, like, yeah, no, not the same thing.
Yeah, it's not great.
He's the third Viking to record 50 sacks in his first 5 seasons.
Emily just said, what? Don't worry about it. I
Jared-
don't know.
Jared Allen and then Keith Millard was the other. He was, if you haven't picked up on this yet, Danielle Hunter is also my Brandon McManus. Emilio.
Yeah, Jesse and I kind of realized at the beginning, like right before the podcast, that we kind of had the same man of the hour.
I feel like there was somebody on Thursday Night Football who I was like, oh man, he should be probably he's a good candidate.
Jesse,
But then I
Jesse.
said no.
that would have been someone from the Bears because
Mm.
it was not someone from the Cowboys.
No, that doesn't sound right to me then. Didn't Jameis Winston throw like 5 touchdowns or something crazy like
Dude,
that?
he always does, but he also throws 400 interceptions.
Yeah, there was somebody else who I had in mind, but I couldn't remember, so I picked Daniil Hunter because he deserves it. When I saw that he was Defensive Player of the Year, I was like, wow. Or, I mean,
Weak, yeah.
NFC Defensive Player of the Week, yeah. I was like, oh, yeah, well, there you go.
I'm curious if the Vikings are going to be one of those teams that's like one and done in the playoffs, or will actually go further.
Oh, Chris, you hit the thing and now all the stuff is off. Easy. No, not that way. You're going to do it. It's going to be worse.
I think you're going to
Twist
this
it
way.
this way.
Emily just asked me if I'm drinking. Yes, the cameras did just move because Chris,
No, other way. That's not going to work.
Chris, my brother, fucked us up. And yes, Emily, I
Way
am
too much.
drinking straight whiskey from the bottle. Full disclosure, Juice Nation. Jesse and I have been drinking since 4 p.m. this evening.
Perfect. Oh, dang it.
I went.
Hey, turns
a
out you were
little
right to begin with.
harder with the drinking than Jesse did, but it's because apparently Brothers is cheap to get drunk at.
Brothers
during
got a
happy
hug.
hours. Man, like that's insane.
Well, I think basically all downtown bars are like pretty cheap. Even that was weird, but like you don't even like know that because you don't go down there anymore for good reason. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, we went down there on like like a Wednesday at 4 p.m. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not exactly the.
I'll be downtown, like in the Pedmal in the thick of things on Friday.
Why?
I'm going to the Englert for a Winterland concert.
Oh.
They're gonna play music from the Grateful Dead from '65 to '69. Giggity. Looking forward to it. I'm gonna go to the Mill for a drink afterwards.
Why?
Why not? I like the Mill. I like beverages from the Mill.
For those of you not familiar with the situation, Nick's not allowed at the mill anymore
That's not true.
because they basically called him a rapist.
Whoa! Whoa!
Full-on rapist.
I'm a philanthropist.
He's a full-on
They
rapist.
misread the word.
Look,
Full-on rapist.
well, actually, he's a therapist, but they call him the rapist.
Yeah. Anyway.
Look, I'm not the one who said it. Don't yell at me, all right? Everybody there says it all the time.
So Jesse, I made this comment to you earlier, but in low league, and this sprinkles into the pro football whatever. In low league, I lost Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley at the almost exact same time. Well, not really, but Mike Evans hamstring injury to pretty much end the season. Calvin Ridley an abdomen injury to end the season. And then I thought at that point that I had lost Josh Jacobs for the season because at like last minute Josh Jacobs was declared inactive,
Right.
and he was scheduled for an MRI. So now it's projected that he's going to play this next week. So that's a little bit better. But that was insane. So Mike Evans got injured on a 61-yard touchdown run or pass, whatever.
Yeah, and it wasn't anything. It was like a non-contact,
Yeah.
like hammy pull that he's going to be out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, they said I thought it saw 15 to 17 weeks.
15 to 17 weeks?
Yeah, for recovery.
Did he tear the hamstring?
I don't know. Apparently it's bad.
Yeah, apparently.
You see DJ Shark is injured?
DJ Chark, DJ Chark, DJ Chark,
Nick, your mic is muffled. Your mic is muffled, Emily. Man, I moved that and another beard hair pulled out. That's like a good injure.
What? Oh, that's the last. That's what happened last time you pulled out. They're like, "Hey, that's a good incher." That was a small
Bill
penis
just-
joke for you at home.
Bill just booped the microphone. with his nose.
Did you hear that? Boop. Meow. This is Bill. Meow.
Yeah, it's not Bill though.
Well, mic him again. Meow.
Oh, Bill? Oh shit, Bill.
Bill, what'd you think about the reffing in the Patriots game?
Ooh.
Give him your mic quick. He's got to respond. Meow. Brilliant.
So I went to work the next morning. I was talking to a coworker of mine on IM, saying he was telling me that at least you can go in and give this guy crap about the Patriots losing. And I went in the next morning, and immediately he went, "Man, how about those blown calls and how the refs gave the Chiefs that game?" So like, but then I went back and looked at them, and those were some pretty bad calls.
Well, there was like two calls. It's because he's holding his mic away from his mouth. There was two specific calls that were horse shizzle.
Okay, so Emily said now. I can't. So Emily, how's it now? I put it back in my beard. I don't want to touch it to my lip, Chris.
You know what I think we're gonna have to do, Nick? I think we're both gonna have to get lip rings, and then like attach it to the lip ring.
Oh, Emily, what are your thoughts on me getting a lip ring? Feel free to acknowledge it right now.
He would look
Why?
like Blink 182.
I'm physically molesting your cat.
He doesn't seem to mind.
No, he digs it. Bill and I kind of have a thing going on.
You got a
Hi, Bill.
thing. Yeah, let him go now. He'll freak out. He doesn't
Yeah.
like to be
Still
like,
quieter than Jesse's. Well, it's because Jesse's loud.
go ahead. I'm not loud. You're the loud one, you bitch. Plus,
Oh, fuck you. Bill just bit me. Holy shit, this just in. Bill's a bastard.
This just in.
Wow. This thing came right over my beard, and Bill bit me in the fucking hand.
This just in. Probably because you were roughhousing him.
No.
He's not
No.
he's not a 90-pound dog, all right?
I will.
He's a
Mac is 80,
he's
thank you very
he's a
much.
2.5-pound cat.
I've never been bit by a cat before. It wasn't like an aggressive bite. It was like an open mouth.
He
Like,
nipped ya.
yeah, it was one of those to like, fuck you, too much, bitch. Chris, I know it was playing, bitch. Oh, we have Chris in the studio tonight. I needed a DD. Cowboys are number one in their division because the NFC East is the worst division in
Yeah, fun
football
fact,
history.
I feel like it's very difficult to be have a losing record and still be winning your division. Playoff bound.
I can't believe that we're 6-7 and we're still playoff bound.
Yep. Nobody wants to win. Nobody wants to win.
But then you got obviously the Redskins and Giants are gonna do it. The Eagles,
No.
they've only got 2 active wide receivers
Right.
now.
I mean, I feel like the talent in Dallas is probably more now, especially with the wide receiver situation. But like, they probably have the best chance to win if they get in. When eventually some garbage NFC East team gets in the playoffs.
I don't want them. I don't really want the Cowboys to make the playoffs, and I certainly do not want them to make the Super Bowl.
Well, if you think about it, like the only thing you have to do is get in from there. I mean, you can do whatever, you know.
But that would mean that, I honestly think that they make the playoffs. It means Garrett's back another season.
Nah, I don't know. I almost feel like that ship has sailed. Like,
I would-
first of all, you
man, I
have
hope
to
so.
you have to look at it as the fact that like if you have a losing record and you make the playoffs, that is a fluke season.
Yeah.
Like that should not have been the case. Like you're lucky that Washington sucks, New York sucks, and the Eagles like suck too. Like
Yeah,
I
I can't figure out what's going on with the Eagles. They should not suck, but they suck.
yeah, well, I thought it was going to be this big like revenge game with us versus them earlier this year. We beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
So
Emily, how's it sound now? And also,
what are you wearing?
fuck you, Jesse. What you wearing, girl?
I thought you were going somewhere else when you.
No,
when you.
it's exactly where I was going. It was what you wearing. How do you know? You know me.
Where's Brittany? Give her a hug.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Now smell her a little.
Yeah. Kiss her neck. Rub her back.
That's one of my favorite things. Now smell her. A little. I think that's a family guy thing. They're like two women are hugging, and Peter's like, "Yeah, you guys like that," and he goes, "Now smell her a little." Good times.
Oh my goodness.
I want to tell a couple of feel-good stories from the NFL. All right, before we get into all the shit and the muck and the mire,
from the NFL?
there is, and I think that there's a player that we gave a lot of shit to, in our
Interesting. It's because Jesse's microphone is right at his goddamn lip. So Emily said, seriously, I think you need to have that mic in your mouth to be as loud as Jesse.
Am I super loud? Like, am
You
I
must
super
be.
loud?
Hold on. Okay. Oh man, I don't have that. I don't have that soul patch that you got.
Oh, I'm fine. See,
Yeah,
you're just not loud.
I know. I apparently just need to put it right fucking here.
Soul glow.
Emily,
Soul
how is
glow.
this? She said, see, that's helping. Okay. I'm just going to fucking hold it up to here. We're still trying to figure out these lapel mics, guys.
Mm-hmm. These lapel.
Hey,
mics.
Emily, this is just random, but if you're naked, feel free to send a nudie to me.
To at Pro Football.
At Pro
Make
Football
sure you
News.
hashtag
Juice Nation. Feel free to just get on Twitter or Facebook.
or Gmail. Nah,
Or Gmail.
I mean, Facebook, preferably Facebook or Twitter, and
Emily's
make sure you
gonna-
gotta hashtag.
Yeah, we're
that Juice
hashtag.
Nation. that goes for anyone, honestly.
Yeah, except Danielle. Do not do that if you are related to me. Or
DM.
if
At me, bro.
if you're
You-
oh.
You know my at.
if you're related to either one of us, do not do that.
Right, sure. I mean, if you're related to one of us, feel free. Marriage doesn't count. To DM the other personally. But you know it's appropriate. You know it's appropriate out there.
Emily
Ridiculous.
just did at Pro Football Juice, hashtag Juice Nation, hashtag news, hashtag send news. We're trying to. So how bad is the sound when we move it away from our sound holes? Like, is it not good? Also, sound holes made Chris crack up. So nice job. It's the first giggle Chris has given since he was here.
I also have eye
He
holes.
said it's very quiet. Emily says it's very quiet when we move it away from our face holes.
I had to move it away every once in a while to take a drink of this delicious beer.
Bush,
Bush Light. Brought to you by Easy Floors. See, now I can't I must have pulled most of my soul patch out. Oh, fucking.
Yeah, I couldn't get a grip on it. I'm just kind of holding it right up to my fucking face mouth. Holes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's perfect. Feels great. Okay, so the feel-good story is as follows. Before a certain player was traded to Miami. Did you hear about this?
Are you talking about Taco Jarlin?
No.
Oh, Keep Talib?
Spoiler alert.
Sorry. Fuck. Sorry.
He told a youth football team that he was going to take them on a shopping spree, and he flew back to L.A. to do so. He fulfilled his promise, and he took all these kids out to do a shopping spree for Christmas.
Oh, that's good.
Now, we always give him a bunch of shit about being a piece of shit dirtbag, but that's probably just like shit on the field, and we never really take a step back to see like things that they've actually done. So I feel like this is like a, good on you type of moment, and I'm proud of you, you
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Another one, Khalil Mack. Did you hear about this?
Yes, I did. I know what you're going to say, so go for it.
Oh, he
Unless you...
paid in his hometown, which I don't know what it is, paid an entire $80,000 Walmart layaway bill for people.
Yeah. Like everybody who had layaway going on in Walmart, he paid it off.
What do you say?
Right?
Did you say you knew his hometown?
No, I said Jackson. It was fucking random.
Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, yeah.
Jackson Hole,
Yeah,
Mississippi.
but it's actually, I was going to say Mississippi, but yeah, it's
Mississippi.
actually in Cranston, Mississippi.
Cranston?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Frida Felcher from Cranston? Fun fact: Frida Felcher was from Cranston in Dumb and Dumber. Frida Felcher from Cranston. Sent me a John.
Samsonite?
Sent me a John
No,
Deere
that's not
letter.
right.
Said I wasn't listening or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
It was Samson.
Slippy,
that
Slappy,
was way off.
Swanson.
No, that can't
No,
be
well,
right.
let's check the luggage. Is there a name on it?
Samsonite.
Samson.
Well, I
That
was
was
way
way
off.
That's funny. I love that because he like got it right. He like remembered it right and then checked and saw Samsonite. What a bitch.
Chris, come here and take my seat. Take over on the podcast. I gotta go take a tink tink. That's a serious statement. You're gonna have to hold it up to your mouth.
Hold up your mouth, Chris.
Hold it up to your fucking mouth hole. And Emily said NFL players, they're just like us, but now with more money and CTE. Yeah.
Sad but true. So, pass it off. You're gonna pass it off. I got questions I'm gonna ask Chris.
Wow, you don't have questions for me, but you got questions for Chris?
I have written down. Yeah, are you gonna do this or what? Beat do 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 do. It's Funko Pop Hour with Chris McKay. Chris,
Oh, okay.
Chris, this is Chris McKay.
Supposed to be Juice Nation.
Yeah, this is Juice Nation, but this is the Funko Pop Hour with Ian Juice Nation. Listen,
Oh, okay.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
You said to me earlier that you had an assortment of Funko Pops.
Oh, I had a lot.
Do you have any now?
No.
Did you keep any?
No.
What was your favorite?
Probably my Trick or Treat Sam figure and my Judge Dredd one.
What is Trick or Treat Sam?
He's a burlap
Sam Malone?
sack.
Oh, is that who's on your car window?
Yes.
What's it from?
Trick or Treat.
Oh, the horror
movie
movie.
is Trick or Treat.
Yeah,
The
okay,
character
okay.
is Sam.
Okay, I gotcha. Is he the one who does all the murdering?
No.
Is he the good? Is he a good guy?
No, he is an enforcer of Halloween. He does murder one person.
Well, sometimes you got to murder.
Exactly. He wasn't completely evil. He just made sure that you followed the rules
About murdering.
about Halloween.
So in the movie Trick or Treat is murdering a part of Halloween.
No, in fact, you're not supposed to harm innocents.
Okay. What about if you're an asshole?
Then you die.
Okay. What about Oh no, I don't have any more questions about that. Have you ever seen Thanksgiving?
No, but Amazon has it advertised. It just looks so bad.
One time one
Well, the
time.
turkey talks, right? It's
Oh
like an
yeah,
evil
the turkey
talking
talks.
turkey.
Yeah, it basically is. I think the story goes is that he's the first Thanksgiving turkey. Because the movie opens in olden times and he's chasing down a pilgrim lady,
Mhm.
and so the first line in the movie is from the turkey, and like she gets stripped and her tits fall out, and
Thanks, Killing.
and the first line of the whole movie is the turkey saying to her, "Nice tits, bitch," and then he murders her. And then the tagline is "Thanksgiving, gobble gobble, motherfucker." That's the tagline for the whole movie. It's one of the best movies of all time.
You want this back? Yeah. Okay.
So ends Funko Pop Hour with Chris McKeag. Thanks, Chris McKeag.
I'm back, motherfuckers. Hi.
We had some dynamite content in there.
Emily said those. Emily said when isn't Halloween? Oh my God, that's a bad shot of the webcam on me. When isn't Halloween about murdering?
It's
And
about
then-
ghouls and ghosts, but not ghouls and ghosts don't necessarily murder everybody.
And
you
then
know,
those
just
Puritan women
always have their boobies out in reference to Thanksgiving. You're not wrong about that. Those
Thanksgiving.
Puritan women, you're always being promiscuous and whatnot.
Hey man, so congratulations on making it this far in our Pro Football Juice fantasy playoffs.
We've already gone over this.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going back to it. Just like
Well,
for
thanks.
the Vampire League to make it to the second
Oh,
round.
sure.
Of
Are you? Is this
playoffs.
like?
You got the bye week. Like that's fucking insane. I'm trying to bring it back to football a little bit.
Oh no. Well, that was the Funko Pop hour. Now we're back into football.
Yeah,
Like, I think. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
It feels great.
it's impressive for the Vampire League. That's why like I'm intentionally trying to tank. So if we do Vampire League, I'm the Vampire next year because I think
Don't say that because there's going to be a vote, and if people think that you're doing that on purpose, they might not vote for you.
good point. Good point.
Personally, you have my vote because I think I've gone on like when we first started this, like the official rules, like this was a trial run, so like we could either make it so like next year is the first year and we draw out of a hat as to who's going to be the vampire, or like we just go by who was last. Well,
Yeah.
now when we're into it, if we make it a thing and this is going to be our thing going forward, then that's the way it is. The last place person becomes the vampire.
Yeah.
Now, there is something to be said about maybe we should start another league, like, and have a normal one and a vampire one, and people can either be in it or not. We can just get whoever wants to be in it, whatever.
Yeah. Then we'll need more people.
Right. And I think there would be probably enough because my brother would be in it, Mike would be in it.
Robust and full bodied.
I don't know, and we could see there'd be if you were in it, that'd be at least 4 people right there.
I'd probably be in both.
Right.
Obviously.
I would be in both, yeah, for sure. Because I'm thinking about dropping 2 of my other leagues that
Not
are
low
just
though, right?
not low, no. But like 2 of my other ones.
So Jesse and I, so I currently commission a fantasy football league called the Low League. It's the League of Warriors League. There are 4 teams left in our playoffs. Jeffy
Jeffy
Pickleson.
That's a throwback.
Jesse and I are both in it. And then my buddy Alex and my buddy Chris are in it. Like last week we had really good matchups. This week we have even better matchups.
Well, I'm sorry to say to Michael that I beat the ever loving shit out of him.
Holy shit. Yeah, in the first fucking playoff week, Jesse's game, he gets 160, right?
Yeah. 160.25,
And Mike got 79.
79 point something.
That's in the first week of fucking playoffs, man. I beat Jump Step, 120 to like 90 something, but that's only because he had AJ Brown and Noah Fant on the bench.
Well, I mean, the only reason really that like I had that many points, I probably still would have won, but like I should have probably only had like 130, not 160, because Drew Brees had like 50 points.
Yeah.
And I don't expect. I mean, that's not going to happen. He's not going to get into a 45 to 42 shootout again. This
Yeah,
week,
that was
probably.
insane. That was bizarre, man.
So, yeah, like it was pretty sweet, but like, I wish you could kind of like save some of those points. Classic fantasy.
Classic.
What do you think about? Oh, we started to talk about this a little bit, but we stopped. New England, the New England game. So let me start by saying that, like, after this year, there's reports that there's going to be a top-down review of the referee situation, and including who is in charge of like instant replay, which
He's burping.
which needs to happen as far as I'm concerned, because like some of the calls that have been missed and some of the calls that have been like deciding games in this year have been fucking atrocious.
Oh, horrible, man.
And this PI stuff, this pass interference, is it not defensive offensive, was called to the T earlier in the season. It was everywhere and it was determining games and all that. And now, like, even if it's obvious, they don't call it. They don't overturn any of their calls. So what's the fucking point? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
They're like not now. They're like, it happens like with rules all the time. At the beginning of the season, they just start going nuts on all these calls, right? Like a new rule. And then like as the season progresses, they just kind of like, we're gonna kind of not do that anymore. Like they need to freaking decide what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm all for like if something's not working right, fix it, even if it's mid-season or whatever. But like, maybe tell them not to go so bananas right at the beginning. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. What do you think, Nick? Has the pass interference thing been a complete failure?
Like, so anytime that anybody ever throws a flag for offensive pass interference, like to challenge that they believe that there was pass interference, it's almost never overturned.
Anymore, yeah.
Yeah, and like offensive pass interference is rarely called. Yeah, I don't know. The officiating this year just seems worse, and it just feels like it's been getting worse over the past 4 years.
Mhm.
You know, like it kind of started with the failed Mary, but that was during the contract negotiations.
Oh, with
holdout.
the scrub.
And then they came back,
refs.
and I felt like it was good for like a year or half a year, but then it's just declined every year
Well-
because they've implemented more rules from the NFL.
Right. I mean, the rules aren't necessarily bad. I do think though that like if they're gonna like refer to a like New York or whatever for these replays, New York should be able to call somebody and be like, "Yo, you need to review that last play, regardless of what it was."
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of whatever it was. Because, like, you called it as a non fumble and they scored a touchdown in the New England game.
Yeah.
And it was clearly a fumble.
Yeah, the
Get it right.
the Travis Kelce fumble where Belichick was out of challenges, like that should have been something.
Well,
I
it
think-
was also the NKL Harry thing. He was out of challenges, couldn't challenge it. Like,
I think that's something that
If-
that New York would need to step
if
in.
it's true that somebody in New York is watching these games, they need to be like, "Yo, whoa, like that was atrocious.
Mhm.
Like that was clearly a missed call. Call him, get him down, and fucking change it." I mean,
Mm-hmm.
why is that not the case?
Man, I'm drinking Crown Royale Black straight from the bottle.
Yeah, you should put that down.
I probably should. I probably should.
Remember when you're gonna put it over here for a while and
Fuck you, Jesse. Yeah.
But yeah, like I say, let the refs call the game like they're gonna call it. Call it, like just call it whatever, like this, that, whatever rules, and then like if they miss a call, boom, New York
Yeah.
is on the horn with them, dude. Change that call.
I'm curious though because the officiating has been terrible. It's been announced that they're going to review officiating guidelines this offseason. So I don't know how that's gonna go. You know.
Yeah, who knows? Like they said they were gonna hire like full time refs, and I don't like something like I don't think there are anymore or something like that. Like I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Emily said, I agree with Jesse that you should put that down for, I don't know, probably the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Fine, I'll stop drinking as much. Okay?
Go.
Will that make everybody happy? Jesse's Tookie his cat, but whatever. No, that's wise, actually. I'm kind of blurred vision, you know?
Well, see, it's like you were like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this podcast, and then you're like, oh, but let me keep drinking more.
You know, though, when you're thirsty, you're just thirsty. You just want to drink.
You want a glass of water? I could get you a glass of
Nah.
water.
There's water and whiskey.
Books. Oh, Bill, you're a laugh riot.
Want to do games or something? Like, what do you like? Do you have other shit to?
Yeah, I got plenty of time.
Let's do this shit. Let's do this, dog.
Do you see the clip about how Philip Rivers got knocked down by Yannick Ngakwe? And
So-
then that was when he threw his like 90-yard touchdown,
Yeah.
and then Yannick helped him up, and then Philip Rivers started going 90-yard touchdown, yeah, 90-yard touchdown.
What's crazy is all I've seen is comments on how like, oh, watch Philip Rivers be passionate or trash talk or whatever. If I were that dude, I would have been like, why the fuck isn't this guy getting a fucking penalty? Like,
Well, he was right next to him saying he wasn't like looking at him and yelling it into his face. He was just kind of saying it next to him and like trotting next to him.
He was right
and
in
then
his ear.
And then the ref. Did you hear what the ref said?
Totally get the fuck out
He
of
said,
there.
"Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Which was awesome. And then like later, or like there's additional clip like after that, like where Yannick Ngakoue was like, "Yo, man, you don't have to say that shit right next to me or whatever." He's like, "Oh, you're just standing with me." It's like I'm gonna be passionate about it, like,
Yeah.
like all that stuff. And then after the game though, like. Yannick's like, I'll talk to you about this after the game or whatever. And then after the game, Philip
He
Rivers was the one to
apologized,
say, like,
though.
look, dude, I'm sorry. Yeah,
But
exactly.
no,
So he
no,
was
no,
in the
no,
wrong.
But Phil Rivers apologized
Yeah.
second. Like he apologized first.
But
In that video, he said, "Hey man, I'm sorry about that." Like, and then Philip Rivers apologized. So
yeah, well, I mean, it was all good. I think in the end, I think it was all good.
I don't know. I
But
kind of
like
thought it was bullshit.
But Philip Rivers is that way. You can see it. Like he is like a chirper, like an asshole. like-
yes, but my thing is though, with like, how come that didn't get a like when do you?
well, I think it's got to be like a lot worse than that. I think they have to like start saying like slurs and
Yeah.
like pretty bad stuff in order for them to throw a flag on stuff like that.
Okay.
Like that's a rare call in the NFL.
I just thought it was interesting that the ref was like, "Get the fuck out of here," and like because I watched that clip and I was even at that point where I became a Jags fan and I was like, "This dude should get some fucking penalty."
Well, I've never been a fan of like Philip Rivers bullshit that he does in the field, like yelling at the sidelines from across his sideline, like just being an asshole. Although you can point it to like passion, but at the same time, you could also point it to him being an asshole.
yeah.
Because other people are passionate too, but they don't do that kind of shit, So I don't know. By the way, yeah, you already mentioned this, but Josh Jacobs has got an MRI on his shoulder and should return this week.
Yes. Fuck. For fantasy purposes, I hope so.
I did lose Calvin Ridley in Pro Football Juice.
It sucks.
So I have to put in either Terry McLaurin or DJ Chark.
Ooh, and Shark is in a walking boot right now.
And he's actually has a kind of a bad matchup. The thing with Terry McLaurin though is like ever since Case Keenum went out and Dwayne Haskins was in, he hasn't been that great.
Mhm.
Although like last week I think he got like 14 points because he actually caught a touchdown. But they just don't throw to him that much. It sucks because he was part of the reason why I got so far in the Vampire League because I picked him up and he just kicked ass for so many
But
weeks
then
in a row.
there's D.D. Westbrook though.
I'm probably not gonna pick up anybody different.
That's fair.
We'll see. Let's see. Many people believe that Le'Veon Bell will be available after the season ends.
And Jamal Adams.
And Jamal Adams. So, I mean, I guess it would
Bell
make...
has recently. No, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I saw earlier that Bell has recently been complaining about his lack of touches.
Yeah, and also, he wasn't at the game?
Yeah,
Because-
the Jets
Because
said he
had
was
the
too
flu
contagious.
or something?
Yeah, they thought he was too contagious. I'm sorry, contagious to play.
I can't help but notice, Nick, that
Yeah,
you went and
I'm
picked
sorry.
up your...
He apparently was too contagious to play.
Yeah, but then he went bowling and bowled his best
291 or
his
something
best
like
career,
that.
yeah, like his best bowling game ever.
Which I don't believe, by the way. If he bowled a 291, he shouldn't necessarily. He should be thinking about a career in bowling.
Well, if that's his best,
yeah.
like think about like.
But
like,
if he did that under if he was sick and kind of delirious.
well, I
and
think
he
his
did it-
thing was that he wasn't sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
They also could be just like, hey, you're too sick, don't play. But what they're really doing is like, hey, we want to get max value from you from the end of the season when we try to trade you, so don't get hurt while playing
Mhm.
football because we have nothing to play for right now. I don't get Jamal Adams though because if you're trying to rebuild, Jamal Adams is a very young, perfect
Yeah.
rebuild player.
I don't get it either because he's young and he's solid.
Yeah,
like,
he's
why
very
wouldn't you
solid.
rebuild your defense around him?
Yeah, that's what you should do. Well, what is he, a safety?
Yeah.
You can't really build your defense around a safety though.
Yeah. You can try.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I mean, Vikings kind of do that because they have Harrison Smith and he like blitzes. Can't help but notice, Nick, that you
I know.
went
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
take a
picked up
drink
your-
because I'm thirsty. Fuck you.
I mean, I did offer you water.
Yeah, that means having to like put a pause on the podcast and shit.
Not really. You could have you could go Funko Pop hour with Chris while I get you some water. Come on, Chris. You know it was fun. We talked about stuff. We had a good time. The fans had a great time, Chris.
The fans fucking loved it, Chris.
Don't worry about the fans, Chris. Yeah, exactly. Who gives a-
Emily's even telling me to drink water on this podcast.
That's what I said.
She just don't want me to crawl into bed later and be like, ah.
You mean at like 4 a.m. after you're done throwing up?
Yeah.
Mike Evans is out for the year with a hamstring injury.
Emily's asking me how I'm drinking this. Basically, I'm saying she's asking me how I'm drinking this from the bottle.
She's drasking you?
It doesn't matter, Em. I'm an alcoholic, so it's all good.
That's a valid point. Valid point indeed.
.com.
Oh, hey, what do you think about Odell Beckham Jr.'s status right now? Like, there's all these things with him coming out saying like, my head's not right. I got caught up in the hype, and like,
Yeah,
he's obviously not as good, or,
No,
or like something's wrong with him.
There have been rumors that he won't be with Cleveland next year.
I've heard those as well. Do you think he needs to not be with Cleveland?
Okay, so this could be from someone who's just a Cowboys fan who's seen him. I've never thought he was an elite wide receiver, man. Like, I think he's a good wide receiver who had a couple really lucky catches, and he's had some one-handed catches, so everybody thinks he's elite. I do not think he's an elite wide receiver.
Maybe we should check the stats.
Do it, man. I don't care. Like, I think he's a product of having a quarterback who throws to him nonstop. Eli was. Baker spreads the ball around.
Yeah, but even with like, I'm not saying you're wrong. All right, just so we're clear, I'm just like, I want to look at the stats to check out the stats because I don't know them.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it. Just a second.
Okay.
So, oh man, fantastic. Career stats. Let's just check it out. In 2017, he must have been injured because he only had 302 yards. In 2014, he's had over 1,000 yards receiving every year he's been in the league,
Except this season.
except for 2017 when I said he only had 302, which must have been an injury. And this season, which isn't over yet, and he's got 844. He could still get 1,000 yards this season, which to me seems actually pretty crazy.
Yeah.
If he gets two 200-yard games, he's got over almost as much as he had last year.
He just doesn't seem to be that threat, but also I think it's the fact that they're not getting him the ball enough.
Right. Also, he's got 2 touchdowns this year as opposed to like 6 last year. And when he only had 302 yards in 2017, he still had more touchdowns not then than he has now. He only has he had 3 that year and he only has 2 this year.
Do you think he'll be with the Browns next year?
Didn't they like sign him for a big contract or something? Then they're probably too tied up in guaranteed money with him to like just let him walk.
Yeah.
Unless they can recoup some of that money somehow, which I don't know how. Contracts, am I right?
Tweaking those nips?
Nah, this is my underfold.
Oh.
Oh man, I had something.
What?
Oh, it's from Mike Freeman's 10-point stance on Bleacher Report. It was something super interesting, so stay tuned. Man, I can't believe how interesting this is and how much you all should stay tuned. Oh, it's a playoff race. Playoff race. So the Patriots are 10-3, right? But the Bills can actually take that division from them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem is that like the Patriots play the Bengals and the Dolphins and the Bills. So, yeah, probably not going to happen. But it is interesting to note that because the Patriots, even though they're 10-3, are starting to show a little bit of like, hey, maybe they're not
It's because they
infallible.
didn't have a hard schedule until now. Like
Right? Yeah, they played good teams.
Yeah, they had a really easy schedule until last
Because
few
they
weeks.
played the Dolphins and the Jets, and they have to like those are the teams that sulk bells.
Yeah.
So okay,
I
AFC
think they'll
North.
make the Sorry. I think they'll make the playoffs, but I do not think they'll get past the first round.
Possibly depends on who they play. Honestly,
There's no way they make the Super Bowl at that point. At this point.
I wouldn't say no way, but it's definitely it looks difficult because every other team that will like be in those playoffs, they've gotten beat by like the
Yeah.
main teams, like they got beat by Houston, they got beat by the Ravens, and then they got beat by that third team that I can't name right now. Oh, was it Seattle? Because they only
Who?
have 3 losses.
Who?
New England. It was Houston. It was the Ravens, and the Chiefs. So
Yeah.
all 3 are AFC teams like that are going to be in the playoffs. So
Mhm.
although Houston, Chris asked if Houston had a problem. They kind of do, and that problem is Ryan Tannehill. Because they're like if Ryan Tannehill, they play, don't they? The Texans play the Titans, and they're both 8-5. So there's a chance that the Titans take them over.
It's bizarre that Ryan Tannehill is now a legitimate conversation piece when it comes to football teams.
I love it. And I think if they make the playoffs or whatever, then he might be a good candidate for a comeback player of the year,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I think would be awesome. I don't really like have any ill will or want people to be bad. It's just like some people are just bad. That's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is excluded from that because I kind of just want him to be bad.
It's because it's Aaron fucking Rodgers, man.
Yeah, well, AFC North, the Ravens are 11-2, and 8-5 Steelers could be a wild card team. AFC South, the Texans and Titans are tied at 8-5, as we said. AFC West, the Chiefs have already clinched the division, and the AFC wild cards, the Bills or the Steelers. Sunday, if the Steelers win that game, both teams could be 9-5 front runners for the wild card spots. You bitch,
Delvin Hodges.
duck.
Goose.
NFC East is one of the worst divisions since the 1970 merger. The Cowboys and the Eagles are both 6-7. I'm just reading this. All right.
I don't. Thanks. Yeah.
He might. Ezekiel Elliott might be the key to the Cowboys if head coach Jason Garrett can remember Elliott is on the team.
Yeah. For some reason, they run him for a while, and then they just stop.
Yeah.
Every game. Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. NFC North, the Packers are 10-3 and the Vikings are 9-4. The Packers have some brutal losses. They lost to the Chargers and the 49ers by a combined score of 63-19, and they are 3-0 in the division though. And NFC South, the Saints have clinched. NFC West, because it could come down to Week 17 matchup between the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Oh shit.
Oh, can you even believe it?
That's kind of an NFC Championship game. Right
Yeah, no
there.
kidding. Nah.
Because I would pick them or the Saints
But
to make the
The,
Super Bowl.
the craziest
for the NFC.
the craziest thing about that is though that the Seahawks and the 49ers, one of them is going to end up in a wild card spot.
Yeah.
NFC wild cards. One will likely go to the either 49ers or Seahawks. But the other one figures go to the NFC North runner up. But the 8-5 Rams are still in the mix. So basically, it's either going to be the Vikings, or the Rams in that
Wild card spot.
wild card spot.
Not both.
No, because that's going to either go to the 49ers or the Seahawks. So one of the spots is already locked up. Vikings are the front runners because they have the best record at this point. But like if the
Mhm.
Rams keep winning and if the Vikings slip, then it's not gonna be good. Shit. Okay, let's do picks.
Oh shit. Okay.
Can you even believe it?
Yeah.
We've done it. Say
We
what
did
pick
it.
of the week. Oh, it's not going. So pick the week. So pick the week. Jesus. Seriously, it's still saying that it's 16 seconds long.
The
Something's not right with the say what pick of the
yeah, it's supposed to be.
week.
Say what
Let's say. Wait. 9 seconds total, like max.
Well, who you going with?
It's none of your business.
Okay.
But it is Tuesday's business, so I'll tell them. I'm going with Chicago to beat Green Bay. That's my say what pick of the week. There were actually a number of picks you could have made this week, I think.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually picking. Well, oh, fuck.
Cincinnati to beat New England. That's crazy. I'll write you down. for
The
it.
Chargers to beat the Vikings.
You would.
Sorry, man.
It is in L.A.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'll give you. Jets versus Baltimore. Who do you got?
Baltimore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chicago, Green Bay. Green Bay is my. Or
I'm gonna pick
Chicago,
Green Bay, but I really hope Chicago wins. But I think Green Bay is gonna win.
Probably. New England versus Cincinnati.
New England.
Yeah, me too. See, yeah, because they cheated. I mean, how could they not win? I mean, you know, it's Cincinnati. They're a powerhouse.
Mhm.
Seattle versus Carolina.
Seattle.
Yup. Houston versus Tennessee.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna pick Tennessee here.
I also picked Tennessee. I am a.
That one's tough.
I'm a half. You know what? I'm a half believer in Tennessee.
Vrabel's a good coach, man.
I think the reason why I'm on the Tennessee train is because I like Derrick Henry so much at this point.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah,
Miami
and
versus-
Tannehill is actually solid, and it was just the past few years a product of
Bad coaching and injury. Miami versus the Giants.
Oh, I didn't see. Emily told me to drink water.
Yeah, she said
And-
after I said it.
I'm gonna pick Miami.
Okay, I picked the Giants. Philadelphia versus Washington.
Washington, actually.
Oh yeah, you know what? I actually had kind of a little
The fact
tough
that
choice
they
with
don't
this
really
one too.
have anyone like so we haven't done Juice versus Squeeze, but Dallas Goddard. I think they're going to rely heavily on their tight end game.
Oh, well, they kind of have to, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
also like Miles Sanders is pretty good at
Yeah.
catching running backs. So. A lot of trickery probably. Denver versus Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Tampa Bay versus Detroit.
Tampa Bay.
I picked Tampa Bay. Cleveland versus Arizona.
Arizona.
I also picked Arizona. Your picks are making me think that I made the wrong picks. Jacksonville versus Oakland.
I get it. Oakland.
I picked Oakland as well. You picked the Chargers. I'm picking Minnesota because that's the right thing to do. You son of a bitch. The Rams versus Dallas.
Rams.
Oh, okay.
I'm not picking Dallas. I've made that mistake too many times.
I picked the Rams as well. I need you to beat them, by the way. I need you to beat them to start knocking the Rams out of the
It's not gonna
the
happen,
wild
Jesse.
card like spots.
I do think though, like if the Cowboys are gonna win, it's gonna be this week.
You just picked the worst case scenario for the Vikings. You picked the Chargers to win and the Rams to win. That would be the worst case
Yeah.
scenario for us.
Yes, sir, man.
Because we would be 9-5 at that point, and then they would also be 9-5. I don't know how tiebreakers work. Division record. Shit. Atlanta versus San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. Buffalo versus Pittsburgh.
Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. That's where I am. I typed but. Indianapolis versus New Orleans.
New Orleans. Nolan.
No. I picked them as well. Go now. Go Cajun fried chicken. Was that offensive? I don't care. URL.
URL?
Speaking of our URL, it is profootballjuice@gmail.com. That's not a URL.
It's not a URL.
But you'll get the idea.
I don't think they will.
Fine. I don't give a shit either way. You can tweet us at this
Oh, is that it?
profootballjuice hashtag Juice Nation.
Hey, check us out anywhere podcasts are available, bitch.
Yeah, bro. You could watch us on Twitch live every time we do this.
Yes. You can also check out old YouTube clips and email us at purplejuice@gmail.com, which I think Jess is already.
I sure did. Thanks to you, Nick.
Oh, shit. Thanks to you, Jesse.
Thanks to you, Chris.
Emily, thanks for watching and
Advertisers.
being my rock.
Oh,
Ew,
thanks
that
to Braun.
for being my rock. Hey. Brand's looking pretty tasty.
Always has.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
will, Nick.
Yeah.
God. Bitch. Thanks to Arcadian thanks to Smoking Your Own Films.
These are Cannon Brewing.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello.
Fuck the Vikings. Go, Jesse.
That's the same thing. You just
No, man.
I
root for you in
is
your-
the Vikings.
No, I root for you in your everyday life.
I
No,
is.
I actually am I think I'm going to start rooting for the Vikings because the Cowboys are garbage.
There you go.
Yeah.
Finally, I'll buy you a hat.
I also like Dalvin Cook, but I don't like Kirk Cousins.
It's easy to do. What about Teflon Diggs? You like Teflon
I like
Diggs?
Teflon Diggs.
What about Adam Thielen? You like Adam Thielen, right? You picked Danielle Hunter for your defensive player of the week. You like Danielle Hunter already. He's got a girl's name, but he's making the best of it.
He does.
I mean, it's spelled
yeah.
Danielle.
Yeah, it
They
is
keep
spelled
saying
Danielle.
Danelle, like
Yeah.
they say Danelle, but it's spelled Danielle. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be real.
It is.
Peace.
It is though spelled like Danielle.
Oh, it's
Like
definitely
it.
Danielle.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either, but they kept saying Danelle, so I just go with it.
I am drunk.
No. Get the fuck out of town.